In this video, I want to show you how buy imbalances on our order flow chart that's proprietary to my style of trading and what I do, how it's important and how it affects decision making, the precision in level selection, and also in trade management and the exit strategy. So first we start out by letting the market open. You could see this is the opening price here on the day. And we see that right before the open, we have a really big buyer in the book that creates an imbalance that was happening or occurred after a big block of selling. So imagine this, the market's heading down, you see big selling, and the bottom end of this move is terminated by a big buyer. That happens right on the open. So what happens is we rally upwards on this open, and we run up to about 68.55 on the S&P 500 futures, and on the way up, we have two imbalances that get placed. But really the strategy here isn't to fill these two, to see if we could retest that big buyer that terminated this downside pressure and the selling that got reversed. So what happens here is we put the limit orders right above that big buyer and we anchor on him as support and set the stop loss below it. So now we did see a little minor move in the direction. We got a rotation upward, and the decision to exit this trade happened when we got a massive sell imbalance here, or a sell imbalance. Isn't really the biggest one, but it is still fairly large. And this sell imbalance occurred right in the middle of these two prior buyers. So what this is really telling you is we went up on the open, all right? We couldn't push lower, so we reversed. We went up on the open, and when we retraced to the support, it held temporarily, but then it broke, got down to our lower support level, and rallied upward to where the resistance was. And this resistance was what gave me the cue that it's probably time to exit. I exited the majority of my position with a stop loss below here for the one lot, and we got stopped out. Now, the next trade opportunity the exact same day happened when the price, even though it traded below where the opening imbalance was, didn't really have a lot of selling, and price action reversed, and we got a big bullish candle to the upside. Now, I didn't chase this move, and instead drew these lines here and said between 48 to about 49.5, we're going to have a lot of support, because on the way up, we revealed these buyers. Then we got sellers that pushed price lower but couldn't complete and continue the auction to the downside. And we just chopped right through them like they never happened. So on this pullback where we had prior buying and stuck sellers here and here, I established that 48 to 49 would be a pretty strong support level. And that was the base of this last trade that I did here for the day. But the limit orders where I expected them to go. And as we rallied upward, we didn't see many buy imbalances continuing. Liquidity dried up and stopped chasing the market, and we in fact started to see big offers sliding down. So on an order flow perspective, it was the time to get out and lock in profit.